pitch, but he was stranded there. Lastly, Billy Wagner pitched the ninth inning, setting the Yanks down in order, including 2 strikeouts. The Astros tagged Yankees starter Jeff Weaver for 5 runs and ended up winning this improbable no-hitter 8-0 thanks to 6 pitchers. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
SiriusXM has soccer covered end to end. SiriusXM FC. Hear live play-by-play and talk shows hosted by legends of the game. It's SiriusXM FC on Channel 157.
NCAA tournament, it's on Westwood 1.
It will be Grant Hill to make the pass. They're not going to guard Hill making the inbounds pass. Here's a high looper. There's Leitner. He turns, he shoots. It is good! Christian Leitner hits a turnaround 17-footer at the buzzer, and the Duke Blue Devils head to Minneapolis. My, oh my, oh my.
6.9 to go. In it comes to Ethan Morton. He's going to dribble this one out. And the second verse is the same as the first. UConn repeats as national champions.
Now it's time to head courtside for Westwood 1's exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournament.
We welcome you to Amica Mutual Pavilion in Providence, Rhode Island for exclusive first-round coverage of the 2025 Men's Basketball Championship between the number 4 seed Purdue Boilermakers and number 13 seeded High Point Panthers. Today's broadcast of the NCAA tournament on the Westwood One NCAA radio network is sponsored by AutoZone, by Cintas, by Granger, by Pluto TV, by Kohl's, by Progressive Insurance, and by the NCAA.com. Hey, everybody, alongside Jordan Cornette, I'm Chris Carino. Brad Heller will join us later from the Westwood One Broadcast Center. We are getting set for our first of 4 games in Providence, Rhode Island tonight as the number 4 seed Purdue Boilermakers take on the number 13 seed High Point Panthers. Purdue has consistently been one of the great teams in the country in over 2 decades under Matt Painter, Jordan. Got to the championship game last year. They also know what it's like to lose to double-seeded, double-numbered. You know those 2 numbers in the name, 1-3, 1-2. The ones that you know are going to happen every year. You just don't know what region they're going to happen in. They'll try and avoid that today against the High Point Panthers. But for Purdue, it all starts with maybe the best point guard in the nation, Braden Smith.
I mean, you definitely have an argument, Chris. A lot of people, when they think of great point guard playing college basketball, for the last few years, they've talked about Braden Smith. Continuity for Coach Painter's Purdue squad is what has them as a dangerous team yet again. Braden Smith impacts the floor on both ends. He gets up in you, he guards, he can turn teams over. He's a big-time shot maker, and he's one of the best passers in the college game.
He has had more assists than anybody in the Big Ten per game in the league history, and a lot of times he's setting up Trey Kaufman-Renn for some easy buckets.
Another first-team all-conference Big Ten guy consistently plays at a high level. A matchup nightmare because at about 6'8", he can square and face from the elbow, can take you off the dribble from beyond the arc. He runs the floor like a deer. He's a back-to-the-basket guy. He gets to the free throw line. He generates offense for the Boilers.
Well, they have lost. Purdue has lost to a 13 seed in recent years. They lost to a 15, a 16. How does High Point at number 14 maybe pull off an upset here today?
Well, so High Point leans into the fact that, hey, Purdue's vulnerable. They've shown the ability to be usurped by an inferior talent, and in terms of an inferior talent. For High Point, you don't know what you don't know. You haven't seen an opponent like this. It's just basketball. Just let it fly, be who you are.
Well, we'll have the keys to the game, the starting lineups, the opening tip. Getting ready from Providence. It's High Point, the Purple Panthers, against the Purdue Boilermakers. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the Men's Basketball Tournament.
Every April, all of the best golfers in the world come together at the game's greatest place. And you can hear all the sounds from the 2025 Masters Tournament on SiriusXM.
Augusta National roars like never before.
When the action begins on the course, we have the birdies, the eagles, and the winning moments.
Scotty Scheffler is the Masters champion.
Hear Masters Radio on SiriusXM starting Monday, April 7th, exclusively on Channel 92 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
College basketball fans, wake up to SEC This Morning. We're the only show talking SEC hoops 5 days a week.
One of the best college basketball leagues ever assembled.
Hosts that know your team inside and out.
The Southeastern Conference is doing unprecedented things.
Plus coaches, players, and experts.
We are in the golden age of basketball in the Southeastern Conference.
Get analysis and insights every morning. Weekdays starting at 8 a.m. Eastern on SEC Radio Channel 374 and the SiriusXM app.
Hey, Jim Rome here. What's cracking?
Hi.
Hope you're enjoying the game. And when you're not taking in a game, find us on Sirius Channel 161, XM Channel 206. In fact, we'll be there every weekday afternoon, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you've got something you want to break down from this game, you know where to find us. Just make sure you have it taken. Don't suck.
Step your game up.
That has never changed. In fact, this show has never changed. We're just back home. And it's great to be there. Sirius 161, XM 206. See you there.
Sweet mercy!
It's college baseball season, and SiriusXM College Sports Radio has the best coverage up through Omaha.
The baseball national title has a home sweet home on Rocky Top.
Join Mike Farron and Mike Rooney every Thursday for This Week in College Baseball. The best analysis.
This is going to be an absolutely killer year.
And the best guests.
Elliot Amen at NC State. Always enjoy listening to you guys.
To hear the latest episode, download the SiriusXM app and search College Baseball.
Getting set for Purdue and High Point from Providence. Purdue is led by the talented backcourt duo of Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer, averaging only almost 30 a game. High Point Panthers head coach Alan Huss. Well, he's the two-man that gave him a little concern.
They're so effective in their screen and roll action. We got to keep the ball out of those short roll situations where Kaufman-Renn's so effective, and we've got to make sure Braden Smith sees a variety of different pick and roll coverages. If you give a player of his caliber one look, we'll be in trouble.
While Purdue head coach Matt Painter wants the Panthers to try to score from the outside.
Make them score over us and keep the ball out of the paint. I think that's probably the most important thing against High Point, but really for us, period. All right, like we've been able to guard the arc and do a pretty good job there. We haven't been able to do a great job when the ball gets into the paint.
Well, it's time for the keys to the game. Sponsored by Realtors. Buying a home can be a lot with the ethical expertise of a Realtor. You don't have to do it alone. Realtors, a member of the National Association of Realtors. All right, Jordan Cornette, let's start with you've heard of the Pink Panthers. These guys are purple. We got a purple panther is the mascot right in front of us. It's High Point. And what do we got the keys for them today?
Well, there's a whole lot of purple in this building, so they're going to be playing with some juice. But it starts with, you heard Coach Huss talk about it. Anytime you play Purdue, you got to defend the pick and roll. Braden Smith, Trey Kaufman-Renn, two of the most talented players in the country. They like to play a two-man game. Kaufman-Renn on a short roll. Braden Smith will pull up for three or touch the paint and kick it out, drive and kick for threes. You got to contain that. Otherwise, they can explode offensively. Second key, it's an offensive one for High Point. They must establish Kamani Hamilton. It's a vulnerable Purdue defense. They allow a lot at the basket. Kamani can square up and face at 6'7". He's long, he's athletic, he's explosive. Try and get him as many touches as possible.
They also got a guy, Jocelyn Bodo, who is the defensive player of the year. He is long, 7 foot. He'll swat a lot of shots if Braden Smith can get to the basket.
Yeah, and that's part of the keys when you look at Purdue's side. They've got to rebound the basketball, Purdue, and keep Bodo off the backboard. He's good for about 4 offensive rebounds a game. If they start getting second chance opportunities, a high-powered offense becomes that much more confident. Also, for this Purdue team, they've got to defend the three. You've got to take away the ability. A great equalizer in a game, a high-point team that can get hot from beyond the arc.
All right, time to take the starting lineup, sponsored by Cintas. Work days are better when you're partnered with Cintas. Keep your team protected, prepared, and looking great. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the work day. High Point The winners of the Big South regular season and tournament champs, 29-5 this season. Their starting lineup starts with a Frenchman, a senior, Keza Jiffa, and then you've got a sharpshooter who's shooting 44% from three. That's Chase Johnston, Demorian Williams. You mentioned Kamari Hamilton, and the big man in the middle, Jocelyn Bodo out of the Cameroon for the Purdue Boilermakers. The guard combination of Braden Smith and the sharpshooter Fletcher Lawyer. Lawyer shooting 46% from three. C.J. Cox, Caleb First, and Trey Kaufman-Renn, a first-team All-Big Ten player, second in the conference in scoring. Rounds out the starting five for Matt Painter and the Purdue Boilermakers. Painter in his 20th year at Purdue after one season with Southern Illinois, a five-time Big Ten Coach of the Year. And we're ready for the opening tip. It's sponsored by AutoZone. Free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone. The game officials, Lamar Simpson, Tyler Kump, and Andy O'Brien. High Point, all in purple, white letters and numbers. Kind of a checkerboard pattern down the sides of the uniform. High Point in a simple font across the chest. Purdue in the white with the black numbers and gold trim. Purdue in block letters arched across the chest. Caleb First, who aptly wears number 1, will go against 6'7" Kamani Hamilton in the March Madness logo at midcourt. Here we go in Providence. A little ball fake by the official. The players jump, and he held on to the ball. Now we'll do it again. It's in the air. We're underway. Comes down, an ugly-looking tip, rolling in the backcourt, picked up by High Point. And here we go from Providence. The purple-clad High Point Panthers going right to left. Williams on the left side, up top for Hamilton. Moving left on a high screen. Looking for room, top of the key, working right. Spinning. Pass out, Williams. Stumbling right of the lane. Skip pass to a jumping Jiffa. He'll shoot a three, and it's good. And High Point takes a 3-0 lead.
Williams swing past to Jiffa. Jiffa had to jump high in the air just to catch that thing, corral it, check his feet from the baseline three, and then offer one up for distance.
And you hear how loud the High Point crowd is right behind us. Ball knocked away from Smith, kicks it up, shoots a three, and evens this game at 3.
Hamilton getting handsy, trying to generate a turnover when he cheats from that right wing. Braden Smith garners the basketball, rhythm bounce, and hits his own three as a response.
High Point leading up top. Demorian Williams, a senior out of Phoenix, Arizona, charging through the lane, getting to the rim. It spins out, no good. Purdue has it. They're angling into the front court. Braden Smith dribbling through all the defenders, going to the rim, blocked by Bodo. The putback won't go. It's loose in a scramble, and High Point comes up with it. Oh, they're loud. Jiffa spinning into the front court. Gives to Johnson a three. No good off that rim, but a foul on the rebound's going to go against High Point. Robin Hood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at robinhood.com/gold.
Pretty fast pace, Chris, out of the gates in this one. Two offenses very confident. They're going to hunt theirs.
Braden Smith, left to right into the front court for the number 4 Purdue Boilermakers. Out of the Big Ten. Lost in the second round of the Big Ten tournament. Smith going left. Elbow fadeaway, good. And Smith's got all 5 for Purdue.
Smith attacking Johnson as a defender from that extended left elbow. Creates some space with a slight arm bar. Not enough to earn a whistle, but enough to create the space to hit the jumper.
Now Jiffa in the front court. Circling left, bumping, cut off, backs it out top. Hamilton goes driving, getting to the rim, twisting it around first, won't go, but Bodo there to put it back up and in as High Point ties the game at 5. And Hamilton got hit
where you don't want to get hit. I think where you don't want to get hit, Chris.
Yeah, he's holding that area right now.
Making no secret to the crowd where he got hit. And all of us feel for him there.
I always refer to the movie Toy Story where they said he got him in the batteries. As Braden Smith moves into the front court on a high screen for Purdue. Game tied at 5, just underway. Around a screen, it's not an illegal screen. It's a foul on Demorian Williams of High Point trying to fight through that screen.
And Williams trying to stay above the ball screen, trying to keep that ball pressure on Smith. I thought Loyer was moving as a screener, but no, they're going to say Williams overzealous with the defense, and he gets the whistle there, the defensive foul.
Fletcher Loyer inbounding in the backcourt to Kaufman-Renn. Hands back to Braden Smith for the Boilermakers. Coming around a first screen, angling back, keeping the defender on his hip. Smith going all the way around the world, trying to turn it over. Here comes High Point. Chipper to the front court. Chipper getting along the baseline. Hooks it up top. Williams a three. Goal!
Transition basketball from High Point. Jiffa pushes it in transition to get the look for Williams. And this group is looking to run however, whenever, at all times.
Williams a 40% three-point shooter. Puts High Point on top 8-5. Under 17 to go in the first half. Inside first, knocked away. Give it to Smith. Coming left. Three on the way. In and out. Put back good for first. And Purdue gets within a point.
Nobody got a body on him, Chris. First just ran from the top of the key straight down. Nobody checked him. Easy tip and missed assignment on the backboard for High Point.
High Point will go to their bench. They averaged 28 a game off their bench. Got 50 in the championship game out of their 81 off the bench. They go to the bench now with Trey Anderson. On a drive, Jiffa got knocked to the ground. The Frenchman will shoot the first free throws of this game, I believe. Let's see, are they getting shots? Yes, they are. It'll be free throws for Jiffa. We're going to the bench, going to the locker room is Kamani Hamilton after he took that shot to the midsection. Walk it off as they get Terry Anderson in the game.
Interestingly enough, it has been anything but Kamani Hamilton in the first few minutes. It's been these guards playing with pace for High Point, applying pressure. Purdue better lock in defensively, or these High Point guards will determine the afternoon.
So no shots. High Point inbounds. They lead 8-7. 16-15 to go in the first half. Jiffa, 6 to shoot. Attacking first. Nowhere to go. Into the corner to Anderson. He's going to curl right. Shot clock winding down. They don't realize it. They turn it over. It's a shot clock violation against the Panthers.
Terry Anderson got caught holding the grenade right there. Had no idea the shot clock was winding down. He throws it to Williams, who's staring at the rim thinking, you had to shoot this. Why am I being passed the basketball? It's a shot clock violation.
Well, this arena in Providence is full and it's loud for this first game of 4 as Purdue, the number 4 seed, with a down 8-7, going Kaufman-Renn, driving it right, getting it to the rim, but he goes in and out on the layup attempt, and here comes High Point on the move. Giffa out of the right, a long three for Johnston. It's short, no good. Rebounded by Loyer. Boilermakers going the other way. Braden Smith out to Loyer, looking to pull. Instead he'll drive down the lane, a floater off glass. It won't fall. Rebound Kaufman-Renn, bites up a right hook, and it rolls in. For the leading scorer for Purdue, Trey Kaufman-Renn, to give the Boilermakers a 9-8 lead.
Still something fascinating to follow. Bodo is altering a lot of shots down low. Kaufman-Renn gets one, but it's going to be a challenge all afternoon.
Out of the right wing, Anderson cuts left, cut off by first. Wild shot in the paint. He traveled, a turnover. It'll lead us to our first timeout, sponsored by Rocket. Own the dream. 15-14 to go. First half. Purdue 9. High Point 8 for the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-460.
What's up, insiders, basketball fans all over the world? Thank you so much for hanging out with us today during March Madness. Oh man, we're having so much fun. We've got streams going for every single game of the tournament. We're tracking our brackets. It's a lot of fun in the chat. Please chat it up. Hit that like button down below and share this link out. That's going to be the best way to bring more basketball fans here to the chat. And we're already seeing thousands of fans come into the first stream of 16 on Thursday. I'm going to let Joe take it home. We appreciate you being here.
This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So like, subscribe, and share, because every click impacts SickKids' mission to heal the future.
Infinity. Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
Let's check each team's tournament resume, sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. Monster.com provides great coaching and millions of job openings. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. Purdue, with their 10th straight tournament appearance, Matt Painter has taken his school to 16 of 20 tournaments during his tenure with the Boilermakers, to come in with a record of 22-11 this year against the High Point Panthers team coached by Alan Huss in his second season. He won the regular season in the Big South 2 years in a row. Last year, though, upset in the semifinal. This year, coming from behind in the championship to advance to play Purdue.
And the way they came back was pretty startling to everybody. In the final 16 minutes, while down 14, he removed his starters, played his bench, speaking to their depth, and that bench won the game. Because of that bench and their depth, they played at a ridiculous pace.
And Lawyer moved along the baseline, and you're not allowed to do that on the inbound. It wasn't after a made bucket. He had to be stationary, so he traveled. And High Point gets it out of the timeout. It's 9-8 Purdue, 5:13 to go in the first half. They go to their bench now, High Point, with their veteran Bobby Pettiford, a transfer to Kansas. He'll play major minutes. Anderson, right corner three, and it's good. And High Point takes an 11-9 lead, under 15 to go. First half.
High Point hunting that three-point shot, 3 of 4 there. Purdue's going to have to extend out on shooters. A little bit of drop coverage, some lackadaisical defense. High Point punishing beyond the arc.
Miles Coleman in the game now. Braden Smith coming right on the lane. To the baseline. Nice ball fake, and a leader won't go. But a whistle, and it'll put Braden Smith, and this will indeed be our first free throw attempts of this game.
Braden Smith did a good job probing dribbles to that right baseline. Defender never gave up on him, stayed disciplined. But Braden Smith stuck the ball in the air to show us a shot fake. Got the defender in the air. When he had that advantage, he drew the contact. Savvy play from a veteran who's logged a lot of minutes of college basketball.
Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette here at our Granger broadcast position in Providence, as the free throw is good for Braden Smith. For the ones who get it done, there's Granger, offering professional-grade products for all industries, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. 11-10, High Point. Make it 11-11 as that free throw goes in with 14:40 to go in the first. Will Berg, a 7'2" Swede, will check into the game now, replacing Trey Kaufman-Renn for Purdue. Not your typical blonde-haired Swede, though. He is a red-headed Swede. Curly red hair with a goatee.
A typical Purdue big. Massive in size, extreme length. And will look to alter things in the interior for these smallish guards of High Point.
And he learned behind Zach Edey the last 2 seasons. Anderson out of the right wing for Johnston, weaving it left for High Point. To Jiffa, back to Johnston, 9 to shoot for the purple-clad Panthers. Anderson trapped right in the lane. Ball knocked out of his hands. Anderson on the ground. He gets tied up by Berg and a jump ball. It'll be a held ball. The possession arrow favors Purdue. It'll be the Boilermakers with possession.
And that was all created by Braden Smith, basically jumping with the double team. Unexpected. Anderson certainly didn't see it coming by the time he did. It was a tie-up, giving the possession to this Purdue team. So Purdue trying to generate some energy of their own on the defensive end by throwing some sporadic double teams.
High Point will go 10 deep, and they're going now to Trey Benham and Simon Hildebrandt. Boilermakers will play Braden Smith about 37 minutes a game. He's got on the left wing the Lawyer. Lawyer circling right. A game tied at 11. Pulls up from the elbow. Won't fall. Rebounded by Trey Benham. High point on the move, right to left. Pettiford. Back it out, Benham. Oh, look at a pull from the logo. Has to back it out now to Pettiford. Pettiford with the long dreads tied behind his head. Moving on the right wing to Benham. Benham circling top of the arc. Benham, a 37% three-point shooter. Hands it off for Pettiford. 8 to shoot. Crossover. Cut off. Spins into the paint. Out top. Jiffa three. Off the heel. Bounce high out of the right. And taken down by Kaufman-Renn for Purdue.
Sound defense from the Boilers. Stayed in perfect position. Help side was there at all times. Made him work for that possession.
Smith to Kaufman-Renn. Working right. A hook off the window. No good. Got his own miss. And puts it back up and in. And Purdue takes a 13-11 lead with 13:10 to go here in the first.
Without Bodo in the lineup for High Point, this is a Purdue team that's going to try to attack the rim where they feel like they have an advantage.
Along the left side now, Pettiford. Circling right. Foul line. Pulled for the leaner. It won't fall. Rebounded by Camden Heide. Out of Purdue, the sophomore. Middle of front court now, Smith. Boilermakers in white going left to right. Smith in the lane. Leaves it off. Kaufman-Renn. Powers up a right hook. Banked it. No good off the front of the rim. And a foul here against Purdue. And Kaufman-Renn really struggling to finish around the rim right now.
And you're going to look at Kaufman-Renn as we do here courtside. He is gassed. The pace of this play is having an effect on their star. They're going to have to get him some minutes saved on the bench to kind of get his wind back. Will Berg back in the lineup for the Boilers.
Is this playing into the hands of High Point, this pace, George?
Absolutely. And with the 10 guys that they have, they're going to max out energy and effort and sub somebody out if they can't play at 100%.
However, they have not scored over the last 2.5 minutes. Into the game now is Thiam for High Point. Working left, Hildebrandt. Now to Pettiford. Can't penetrate. Backs up, tries again. Working on Heide. Out of the right wing, a long pull by Benham is short, but it goes in on the deflection. And High Point takes the lead with 12:10 to go here in this first half. Braden Smith coming on a high screen. Double, throws it at the rim. Berg brings it down, spins, and lays it in. The 7-2 Will Berg puts Purdue back on top. Now Kimani Hamilton back in the game for High Point after getting shaken up earlier. Handed off to Benham. He'll shoot a long three. Missed it long. Rebounded by Purdue. Braden Smith's got it. Left to right. Middle of the pack. Gives right Coleman. Three. No good off back rim. Rebounded by High Point. Knocked out of his hands. Purdue with it. Right wing. Three won't go. Another rebound by Coleman. Battling inside. A leader no good. Harris a rebound. That shot, that won't fall. Oh, Purdue can't get the easy ones to go here early. Here comes High Point. Pettiford right of the lane. Back it up top. Benham a three. In and out, no good. It'll deflect out of bounds, and it belongs to Purdue. And a timeout. 11:10 to go. First half, Purdue 15. High Point 14. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse and hitting the road.
I know. Just got the notification.
Great. Smooth sailing so far. I'm almost there.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Made it. safe and sound.
I know.
Well, did you know I was with USPS the whole time?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Keep your business in the know with the USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
College Sports Radio is your home for the NCAA tournament.
For the win, it's good!
Hear reaction all day long on SiriusXM Channel 84 and the SiriusXM app.
I'll be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio with the NCAA Experience official ticket and hospitality packages. Official NCAA hospitality includes live entertainment, upscale food stations and beverages, appearances by NCAA legends, and much more. Be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio. Visit ncaa.com/VIP. 11:10 to go, first half in Providence. Purdue, a 15-14 lead over High Point. 7 lead changes in this game already, and both teams really struggling, shooting sub 40% early on.
But, Chris, I look at High Point, and I truly believe they're still in a better place offensively. 4 assists on 5 made field goals, the three-point line with that movement, getting the defense in rotations. Whereas for Purdue, it's been all Braden Smith, a lot of operating in isolation for this Purdue group. And, yes, they are missing open looks.
Braden Smith gives it up in the corner. Heidi a 3. It's good. Out of the timeout. And Purdue with a 4-point lead, their largest lead of this first half. Little full court pressure now. C.J. Cox in the game. Pettiford breaks it, gets to the front court for High Point. Rears out in front of the Purdue bench. Comes back left to the foul line. Pettiford looking around. Out on the left side now to Hamilton. It goes in the corner. And a 3 won't go, but a foul is called as Abdoulaye Thiam gets off the corner 3, knocked to the ground. Who'll go to the free throw line. There'll be 3 free throws for Thiam.
And that's just excitement from our perimeter defender in Harris. He had the proper closeout, was going to make it difficult on Thiam from the baseline 3. And he gets up under him and applies contact, and that's an easy call for the official. Discipline, thinking the game, attention to detail in March matters with elimination basketball. Guys got to stay in character.
Free throw good by Thiam. Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Thiam's second free throw is good. He'll get a third, an 81% free throw shooter out of Orlando, Florida. He played at Indiana River State and played at Minnesota in his 3rd season now with High Point. 6'4". Deeply bent into a free throw, and it's good. He makes all 3. 18-17 Purdue. 10:36 to go, first half. Full court pressure by the Panthers. Purdue gets it in. Heidi had it stolen away from behind. Taken by Hamilton out top. Benham now working left. Up top, Pettiford, 3 on the way. No good off the back rim. Benham the rebound. High Point just out hustling Purdue. Pettiford up top on the Bodo screen. The lob for Bodo. Can't finish. And Heidi with a rebound for Purdue. They can't connect on the alley-oop. And now front court. It's Jakari Harris, the son of a legendary Purdue player, Glenn Robinson. Give it off Braden Smith. Tried to feed it inside. It was kicked. A reset for the Boilermakers.
And that's going to be a miss because the kick, unless there's a foul call, but the kick was on Purdue offensively, which should have not warranted any stoppage in play.
No, it's only the defensive kick.
Yeah,
right?
And so I think they saw that as a high point kick defensively, but in fact, that hit off an offensive player from Purdue. Clock shouldn't have stopped. Game should have stopped. That should have been action going the other way, and a turnover force from High Point. Purdue dodges the bullet.
Into Braden Smith, handling up top, coming on a high screen. The All-American moves right with a fadeaway. It's good for Braden Smith.
Braden Smith, unstoppable. When he gets that ball screen, he always makes the right read. Never sped up, very cerebral, gets to the mid-range and knocks it down.
He's got 9 points. Left side now, Hamilton for High Point. Hands it off for Benham, up top Jiffa. Charging left, down the lane, kick it across. 3 for Theum. It's scored! And the game tied at 20 with 9:20 to go in the first half.
Jiffa, the driving kick, breaks down the defense by touching paint, swings it from one side of the court to the other. The right side of Theum gets the 3-ball.
Smith, a nice fake into a 3. Off the heel. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be a foul on Kaufman-Renn. Going over the back of Bodo.
Bodo does a phenomenal job getting a body on Kaufman-Renn. Kaufman-Renn, eager to get to that basketball. Thought there might have been a hook and hold, honestly. No whistle there, but a violation on the offensive rebounder. High Point doing everything right in this sequence. That's why this ball game's tied up. And their crowd behind us, Chris, has come alive.
They do not look overwhelmed by the moment. Game tied at 20. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Straight on 3 by Hamilton, way off to the right, rebounded by Purdue. Smith charging up the right wing. The bearded All-American moves it around the left side. A 3 from Harris won't fall. Rebounded though by Purdue. As it Cox coming up with it, back it out to Braden Smith on a high screen from Berg. Smith keeps the defender in the set. Fadeaway shot, no good. Rebound Purdue again. Cox to the hook, and it goes in. And the Boilermakers take a 2-point lead.
8 offensive rebounds for this Purdue team, and they're starting to make them pay. 9 offensive rebounds, 8 second chance points. Purdue giving themselves opportunities with effort on the glass.
Jiffa working to the foul line. Draws the contact and knocked to the ground by the 7'2" Will Berg. It'll be High Point free throws coming up for Jiffa.
Certainly felt like Will Berg was being punished simply for being big. Jiffa leaned into him, initiated that contact. Berg stayed vertical, but Jiffa goes to the line.
You big guys always stick together.
Yeah, we get treated unfairly.
Not that you're 7'2".
If I was, I'd still be playing.
Jiffa's free throw is short, no good. Well, download the brand new Westwood One Sports app. Catch every minute of the men's and women's NCAA tournament anytime, anywhere. Don't be left out. Get the Westwood One Sports app today. Very easy. Go to the App Store on your device, and you can listen to all the games. I did it. I made sure I had my Westwood One app working so I can catch on our off days if Jiffa makes that free throw. Purdue 22, High Point 21, 8:09 to go in the first. Lawyer back in the game for Purdue. Right of the lane, bumping on baseline with Jiffa. Turned away. Crowd wanted to travel. Back it out Smith. Purdue still with it. First stack of the game. Hands to Smith. 7 to shoot for Purdue. Smith. Hamilton, hand on him. Smith angrily waving it away. Moving left with the dribble. 2 to shoot. Bottled up. Oh, and a bailout foul call here against High Point.
You hear a chorus of boos as Hamilton gets the whistle. Braden Smith crafty in his own right to generate a foul. Not sure there's a lot of contact, but he'll go to the line for 2.
And a timeout. Purdue 22, High Point 21 with 7:49 to go in the first half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible result in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
I'm at a smoothie bar asking people if they'd switch smoothies with me for $574.
Oh, I'll switch.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
That's a headache.
Nope, it's painless.
Oh, so it's easy money.
Yep, check Allstate first and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Time now for a tournament bracket update sponsored by Green Gobbler. Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. It's bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and it works. Green Gobbler. Let the Gobbler get it. Here in Providence, we're actually in the West and the Midwest. As far as the brackets, the winner of this one and the next one advanced to Indianapolis. Tonight's session advances to San Francisco. Right now, 22-21, Purdue on top, 7:49 to go in the first. The winner gets the winner of Clemson-McNeese coming up right after this one here in Providence.
Chris, let me tell you, the Gobbler has been in this first half. It's been the offensive rebounding gauntlet that's been getting everything for this Purdue squad. Look, they're not shooting a savory percentage from the field, but they're giving themselves multiple opportunities in a game where they've taken 7 more shots than High Point because they're going back and generating second chance where they have 8 points at this point. Braden Smith has been not efficient, but effective and impactful. 3 of 7 will go to the line here where he misses the first of 2. They've got to find a way when TKR gets back in this game to be effective.
We welcome those of you just joining us across our network. Braden Smith, the All-American point guard for Purdue, with a free throw on the way. And he makes it to put Purdue on top, 23-21 with 7:49 to go in the first half here in Providence. Demorian Williams for High Point in the purple. Champions of the Big South. Jiffa out of the right. Hamilton, one off the line, over to Jiffa. Dribble hand off left side. Thiem a 3. Airballed it long. Saved in the baseline by Williams, but he stepped out of bounds. Goes over to the Boilermakers.
Purdue's going to look to build off what was a good defensive possession, forcing High Point into a tough one. Can they string together those type of stops to allow their offense to create space and build a lead here up a bucket?
Purdue has missed 15 shots, but they have 9 offensive rebounds. Cox out of the right wing for the Boilermakers. So Lawyer, ball deflected away, and a foul is called against Bodo holding off Will Berg trying to get that loose ball.
I mean, I'm almost chuckling. I mean, this was a 50-50 basketball after Lawyer's ball gets deflected and turned over. And look, it's just 2 guys fighting for a 50-50. You got to let them play on.
First up top now for Purdue. They're slightly off-white uniforms, black letters and numbers with a gold trim. Smith left to the lane with a jump fadeaway. Too strong, rebounded off the floor by High Point. In the purple, they go right to left. Jiffa bumps with Cox, out to Thiem, circling to the foul line. To the corner it goes. Hamilton's open, and then he had a little too much room, and he ends up traveling.
Hamilton caught the basketball after a driving kick on that right baseline, caught it, and wanted to attack a closeout before the catch. And that's when you usually violate travel.
I almost think he got caught between maybe wanting to shoot it, maybe wanting to drive it. When you have so much space, you get caught up in your own thoughts sometimes.
No question, Chris. And because it wasn't a clean catch, I think it disrupted everything. So he was playing from behind, and the opportunity to fail was certainly tilted that way, and it became a travel.
Inbounding in front of Matt Painter, who's wearing a black pullover. On the other side, one of the tallest coaches in the nation, Alan Huss, at 6'9" for High Point, wearing a suit and a tie. In the lane, Kaufman-Renn with a leader, and it's good. Kaufman-Renn with 6 points, and Purdue with a 25-21 lead. 6.5 to go, first half here in Providence. And the Purdue faithful on their feet here in New England. Jiffa in the paint for High Point. Leaves it off. Williams, a twister, and it's good. High Point hanging in. They're down 2 with 6:17 to go in the first half.
Jiffa, a couple probing dribbles to get into the paint, packed it in offensively. Williams just a little pocket pass, floater. Easy game for High Point offensively at this point.
Good point guard matchup with Jiffa and Braden Smith here.
Two guys that are trying to get downhill on every possession.
Smith left of the circle, back it out to Lawyer, who can't get any breathing room. Behind the back dribble, getting in the paint, bottled up, tough fadeaway, it's gone. Oh, Lawyer made something there. That was a tough shot. 27-23 Purdue, 5:47 to go in the first half. Now Jiffa for High Point, coming left, foul line, jump pass to the corner. A 3 by Johnston is no good, and rebounded by Heidi for Purdue. Front court Smith gives left Colvin. Smith now with Jiffa on his hip. Just sheds him. Coming right on a high screen. All the way to the rim. Trying to hook it inside. Does Kaufman-Renn with a lead, and it's good. Largest lead for the Boilermakers. It's 6 with 5:17 to go here in the first half.
And because Purdue's able to get some of those stops, it allows them to get into their pick and roll, their favorite offensive action, and activate their star, Trey Kaufman-Renn.
Demorian Williams right of the lane. Cross-court feed. Back it out. Johnston up top for Jiffa. 11 to shoot for High Point. Williams right of the lane against Smith. Spins out. Runs into Kaufman-Renn. Now he's trapped. Gets out of it somehow and scores. A little spin. A little English with a left-hand scoop off the window for High Point's Demorian Williams.
It was almost a tie-up where Williams drew a jump ball, but he tossed it up just enough to give him space to lay it in with his left hand and use the rim as a shield.
It's a 4-point lead for Purdue. 4.5 to go in the first half. Kaufman-Renn at a post-up on Boda Boda. Turns, right hook, it's good, over the big man. Kaufman-Renn starting to establish himself as Purdue takes a 31-25 lead with 4:13 to go in the first half. 10 for Kaufman-Renn. Second leading scorer in the Big Ten. Now High Point, Jiffa around a good screen, works into the paint. Twisting shot, no good, tip won't go, rebounded by Braden Smith. Smith, the long pass, hits the rim, trying to get it to Coleman, ends up out of bounds. It'll be High Point basketball when we come back. A 70-foot alley-oop pass went awry off the rim and out of bounds. It'll be High Point's ball. Timeout on the floor. Purdue 31, High Point 25. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
A reminder to stay tuned for the halftime report from Brad Heller. Brad will look at the tournament scoreboard, have interviews with Clemson head coach Brad Brownell. It's coming up at the half. We check the numbers here, sponsored by GoodRx. For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, go to goodrx.com or download the free GoodRx app. Well, Trey Kaufman-Renn starting to get going now for the Boilermakers. He's got 10 points as Purdue takes a 6-point lead, 3:50 to go in the first half.
Trey Kaufman-Renn drew those 2 early fouls, Chris, and they had to sideline him on the bench a little bit. He also had to catch his wind from an up-tempo paced game. But when he came back in, healthy dose of screen and rolls, he became the dive guy, the short roll guy. He started to play with him in isolation against Bodo, not allowing help side to come, and he won those 1v1s. And now Purdue, having their star acclimated down low, playing with Braden Smith. Defensively, they're taking away the 3-point line from High Point, and they're building.
High Point going to their bench. So is Purdue. Kaufman-Renn going to get a little rest here. High Point of the purple, the number 13 seed. Champions of the Big South. Pettiford up top. A 3 from Hildebrandt won't go. A long rebound gathered by Purdue. It's Camden Heide. Braden Smith won't get much of a rest. He has it going left to right with the Purdue 3 reserves on the floor for them. Heidi's got it up top. Gives to Lawyer, one of the starters on the left wing, over to Smith. Right in front of the High Point bench on the far side of the standing 6'9" Allen Huss. Their head coach, 8 to shoot. Smith with a larger Hildebrandt in front of him. Takes him left, fade away. In and out, no good. And a jumping Pettiford with a rebound for High Point. Ahead to Maureen Williams on the left wing. Out top now, Hildebrandt, one off the line. Charging into the paint. Spinning up the fadeaway. No good. And rebounded by the 7'2" Will Bird for Purdue.
Purdue defensively has turned the water off on High Point, making guys meet chests as drivers, contesting everything, Chris.
Smith handling. Back it out, Lawyer. Right back to Smith behind the arc left wing. Ball fake. Drives it left. Smith. Cut off by Hildebrandt. Back it out. Left side. Heide a 3. Short. Coleman. Oh! Soaring in. And a 2-hand slam for Purdue. And they have their largest lead of the first half. It's 33-25 with 2:15 to go in the first. Wow. Now Pettiford out of the right wing for High Point. Drives left, kick it over on the left side to Hamilton. Anderson had it stripped away. Coleman with a steal. Smith back to Coleman, soaring in a double clutch shot. No good, but Heide is there to slam it home. Purdue with a 10-point lead. High Point wants a timeout. 35-25 Boilermakers. 1:53 to go first half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Right now, get 2.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Just ask your device to open Westwood One Sports, and you'll be able to select the game you want to hear or get access to our March Madness Mix channel. We'll take you to the best action any given moment. That's Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. Minute 53 to go in the first half in Providence. Purdue has opened up a 10-point lead. They're on a 10-2 run, 35-25, and the electrifying Miles Coleman, an Indianapolis native, coming off the bench and really woke everybody up with that two-hand putback slam. There's Miles Coleman, the son of Roosevelt Coleman, a former NFL star.
Two-time Super Bowl champion. That athleticism, it truly is in the DNA. Look, Purdue has started to defend at a higher clip, which has allowed them to run, get out and make things happen. And that allows athletes like Colvin to have an impact in this game. Guys like Heidi, who change ends well, get a tip back dunk. It allows them to develop a rhythm of playing fast the way they like to play fast. Not chaotic, but with a purpose.
Pettiford on a high screen, hooks a pass, stolen away by Braden Smith. Braden Smith jumped up at 6 foot and intercepted that pass. So the minute and a half to go in the first half. Purdue looking to build in a 10-point lead. Smith gives it up top. Handoff Lawyer coming on the screen from Berg. Knocked loose. And we get a whistle and a foul here against Denham of High Point. You look on the floor, Will Berg at 7'2", literally a head bigger than everybody on the floor right now.
Got to make him a player offensively. Take advantage of that height.
Pass out top. Coleman's got it. Resetting near the midcourt line for the Boilermakers. Smith comes back to get it. Now Braden Smith working on a Berg screen. Comes right. Elbow pull-up is short. No good. A battle, and it's grabbed off the floor by Simon Hildebrand of High Point. Ahead now to Chippa. Weaving into the front court. Hands it off Anderson. Left-hander shoots a three. Off the side of the rim. No good. Taken off the floor by Heidi for Purdue. And now Smith looks back to his coach. Pitch, reload is what it says on the whiteboard. Purdue will execute that.
A 4-minute scoring drought for this High Point team right now.
Smith cut off, back it out Coleman. Three on the way. In and out, no good. And a foul on the rebound is going to go against High Point. It's on Hildebrand trying to hold off the 7'2" Berg.
Hildebrand looking at the official like, what do you want me to do? Should I get a body on a guy who's got half a foot on me?
So free throws for Berg. Actually, one free throw. If he makes it, he'll get a second. As they're on the 1-1. Will Berg, 7'2", out of Sweden, red curly hair, very fair skin. Free throw on the way, sailed it long, and High Point with a rebound. Pettiford, dreadlocks bouncing as he goes down the lane with a wild reverse, and it's good for Bobby Pettiford. 35-27 Purdue. 28 seconds to go in the first half.
One-man fast break. Pettiford just beat everybody down the floor, including the Purdue defense.
And Purdue will call a timeout. Shot clock is off with 22.7 seconds to go. And Purdue with a 35-27 lead. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette here at our Grainger broadcast position in Providence. Gain a winning edge for your business with Grainger. Get fast delivery of industrial-grade supplies to help keep your operations going. You call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. 35-27 Purdue on top. 22.7 seconds to go. Purdue, the number 4 seed in the Midwest, taking on number 13 seeded High Point Panthers, champions of the Big South. High Point with their first field goal in over 4 minutes. And Purdue with the ball in the front court. Shot clock is off. Fletcher Lawyer inbounding far side. Gets it into Smith near the midcourt line. Smith yo-yos the dribble. Petterford guarding him. It's down to 12 seconds to go now for the Boilermakers. Now they start to move. Braden Smith are on a bird screen with 7, with 6. Out of the right wing behind the arc. Takes it right. Wild throw to the rim, and it's tipped in by Bird. At the buzzer to end the first half. I'm going to say that was a pass by Braden Smith.
And either way, I think Braden Smith driving baseline right, drawing 3 defenders, said, look, even if I can't make this shot, I need to get something airborne so Will Berg at 7 foot plus can go get it and get a putback. So I think it was a blend of a pass and a shot, but ultimately generated 2 points for the Boilers.
4 assists, 10 points for the All-American point guard of Purdue, Braden Smith. A 10-2, I should say a 12-4 run for Purdue to end that first half, and they have a 37-27 lead over High Point at the break. When we come back, we'll head to our Straight Talk Wireless studios for the halftime report. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk. Get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast, but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boost, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all to keep you in the fast lane. Ready to race? Let's Chumba. Hit stop at ChumbaCasino.com and play today.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Meanwhile at Xfinity. Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Josh?
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with 2 people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. You can choose to get out there. Choose your people. You could choose to go for it. No, like really go for it.
4th down, 28-yard line.
Just choose to do something that moves you. Mazda crafts cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. Mazda. Move and be moved.
I'll wake up.
There's nothing more defeating than a bracket busted during the first few rounds. Clearly, you didn't have the right stats and data to make the right pick. Don't make the same mistake with hiring for your small business. Find top-tier talent in the right place with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
Purdue, a late 10-2 run in the first half. The Boilermakers, the 4th seed in the Midwest, lead the 13-seed High Point at the half, 37-27 in Providence. Welcome back to the Straight Talk Wireless Studios here in Los Angeles. I'm Brad Heller. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Game number 2 in Providence. That's going to be the 5-12 matchup in the Midwest. Clemson and McNeese. Will Wade has led the Cowboys to back-to-back Southland titles in his 2 years as head coach, and that could end today. Multiple reports say he's already agreed to take the job at NC State. Meanwhile, Brad Brownell and Clemson are looking to build on the Tigers' second ever Elite 8 appearance a year ago. Here is Coach Brownell with our Jordan Cornette.
Coach, at 27-6, just a historic year. You guys entered the tournament with the best record in program history. Aside from the winning, obviously, what have you enjoyed most about this team?
Yeah, it's a great group of guys. Obviously, some guys like Chase Hunter and Ian Shefflin, who I've been coaching for a long time, watching their growth and development, and to see those guys become kind of the mainline guys after a Hunter Tyson leaves, after a P.J. Hall graduates, for those guys to take on that responsibility and then take this team to another level in the regular season is very rewarding. And then just the blending of the new guys, Jaden Zachary, Victor Locke, and Miles Foster, some transfer guys that have come in and really helped this team, and they've helped themselves grow as players and people, and it's just been a lot of fun with this group day to day.
Coach, another guy who's brought this team to another level, especially since he was inserted in the starting lineup. I believe you're 8-0. I'd love to see his plus-minus because it's got to be the best on the team. Dylan Hunter, a lot of questions about his ability to play in this tournament. Can you share anything?
Yeah, he won't be playing, unfortunately. Broke his hand in the ACC tournament. He's the ultimate glue guy. His plus-minus is off the chart. It's just he's one of those guys that his stats don't wow you in terms of points, but great assist-turnover ratio, guards other people's best players, can play multiple positions. He's just a guy that's been very valuable, and I think it's been fun to watch he and his brother out there together. He's probably the one guy on the team that actually challenges Chase a little bit, and so we won't have to do that on the court, but he'll get on him a little bit from the bench.
Coach, it may not be an easy answer, but who do you lean on or who you ask more of with Dylan not being there?
Yeah, I don't know that we ask any more of anybody. I just think that guys like Chauncey Wiggins, Jake Heidbritter, Dell Jones are going to get a few more minutes, and we just need those guys to be who they are. They're different players than Dylan. They bring different skill sets, but we just need them to play consistently well. There's 4 good starters that are all productive players and guys who can score, and so they just need to kind of find their role niche and play within themselves.
Coach, as you pour into tape, you look at this McNeese State team. What stands out to you most?
Yeah, a lot of speed, athleticism, changing defenses. Confidence, swagger, aggressiveness. They've got a lot of different ways. I think their pieces fit really well. They've got some guys that shoot the ball from 3. Richards really shoots it deep. They've got guys that can play off the bounce. Copeland is a guy that we're very familiar with, was a very good player at Syracuse, and now they put the ball in his hands a lot. He's a playmaker. Garcia is another guy that gets by you and makes plays. Big wings, big guards, maybe an undersized center, but Shoemate's he's a load in there.
Coach Brownell of Clemson, really appreciate the time. Best of luck today.
Thanks so much.
Brad Brownell and Clemson, the 5 seed in the Midwest. The Tigers will take on the 12 seed McNeese. That is game number 2 coming up in Providence. Game number 1's at the half. The 4 seed Purdue up 10 on the 13 seed High Point, 37-27. Coming up next, the scoreboard. Creighton is shooting the lights out in Lexington against Louisville. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Pluto TV has all the shows and movies you love streaming for free. That means laughter is free with gut-busting comedies like The Neighborhood, Boomerang, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Bueller.
Mystery is free with countless cases to crack from Criminal Minds, Tracker, and Matlock.
I'm a lawyer, like the old TV show.
And thrills are free with heart-pumping hits like The Walking Dead and Pulp Fiction.
Correct the mundo.
Feel the free Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
It's Power Torque Tools DIY days at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Lifetime guaranteed Power Torque professional hand tools only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Something amazing is happening here. Teams are using AI to improve performance. That's because CDW data engineers are unlocking the next era of AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. With the power to run workloads faster, your business has a better shot at success. Intel and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Intel Client.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Purdue with 10-point lead on High Point, 37-27. Halftime in Providence. Brad Heller back in our Westwood One studios. And let's check the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by Maintain X. Maintain X is the asset and maintenance app that brings your unplanned downtime to zero. Try for free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain and the letter x.com/MVP. All right, in Lexington, the 8-9 matchup in the South, Louisville and Creighton. Basically a road game for the Blue Jays, as Louisville's just 80 miles to campus from Rupp Arena. Well, how do you quiet a road crowd? You fire away from long range, and the Blue Jays 11 of 21 from 3. Stephen Ashworth's got 4 of them, 18 points. Creighton has been up by as much as 20. It is 62-46 Blue Jays with 13 minutes left to go. They are underway in Denver, Wisconsin, and Montana. The 3-14 matchup in the East. The Badgers a 9-5 lead at the first media timeout. 4+ minutes in. You can hear those games. The new Westwood One Sports app, also WestwoodOneSports.com, and as well as on all Alexa-enabled devices. First game of the day in Wichita. Coverage starts in 10 minutes for the 1 seed in the Midwest, Houston, and the 16th seed SIU Edwardsville. The Cougars making their first ever NCAA tournament appearance. Your halftime score again from Providence. Purdue leads High Point 37-27. The Boilermakers a 10-2 run late in the first half to open up the double-digit lead. We'll take a break. On the other side, we'll rejoin Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette at Amica Mutual Pavilion. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Did you know? VA home loans are a key to home ownership for those who served.
I would tell anybody who is interested in getting a VA loan to just do it.
For me, the best thing about the VA loan was the simplicity of it. I was expecting, government paperwork. It was going to go on forever, and it just wasn't.
Since the down payment for a VA loan is minimal, we were able to purchase this home and then use the money that we were going to use as a down to actually fix up the home.
And the only way we could do that was because the nest egg that we had saved for the down payment, we didn't have to use because we went the VA route.
This is a wonderful benefit that veterans can take advantage of.
In the military, we make a lot of sacrifices. We're away from our family a lot. And with the VA loan, it's a way that it makes it easier for us to get a home.
To learn more about VA home loans, visit va.gov/home loans.
My life was challenging from the beginning.
Daisy spent most of her life in and out of foster care.
It's always in the back of your mind. When am I going to have to move again?
Daisy finally has the safe, permanent home she deserves, thanks to the work of the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, which is committed to finding forever families for the longest waiting children in foster care. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
At Movember, we're best known for the mustache. Well, here's the thing. Men's health deserves support year-round, which is why we're more than a month, more than mustaches. All year round, we're doing more. We're delivering more research, more treatments, doing more to help men live happier, healthier, longer lives. But we need your support, because the more we can do, the more fathers, brothers, partners, sons we can protect. Movember, more than a month. Learn more at Movember.com.
Furnished by Movember.
Purdue with a 37-27 lead over High Point at halftime. Let's check the halftime stats. Sponsored by Barbasol. Barbasol shaving cream delivers a thick lather and close, comfortable shave for half the price of gels. Why pay more for great shape? Choose Barbasol. Well, High Point showed up early, Jordan, and really were trading blows, but then the cream rose to the top near the end of that second half.
Yeah, and for this High Point team, they got to continue to play at a fast pace. They want to continue to run. They want to make this thing a track meet. That's where they had their early success.
And the big stat that stands out to you, rebounding, Purdue 28-12. And you look at offensive rebounds, 13-2. Purdue really established their dominance there, held High Point to 34.6% shooting. Purdue, Braden Smith, 10 points, 4 assists for the All-American point guard.
Well, look, for this High Point team, they haven't seen a team this physical yet in college basketball, so there's an adjustment they're making real time here.
Well, it's time now for the second half keys, sponsored by Wago. Trust your game, trust your wiring with Wago electrical connectors. Gear up at wago.com/hoops for your next electrical project.
Look, for this High Point team, they got to rebound the basketball. You mentioned it, Chris, giving up that many rebounds, 13 of them, and generating 14 second chance points. You're giving a good team an opportunity to go back and get it. High Point also needs to establish Kamani Hamilton, who's their best player, get him going. For Purdue on the other side, defend the three-point shot. It's a great equalizer in the game. You take that away, they've got a great opportunity to build on this lead.
Well, in that first half, High Point went 5 of 16 from 3. It took a little while for Kaufman-Renn to get going, but once they did, Purdue was able to slow down the tempo. Jordan, that was the thing you talked about, was early on, the tempo really played into High Point's favor, and Purdue was able to turn that around.
Yeah, Purdue wants to play fast, but nobody wants to play at that pace unless you have 10 bodies and you're accustomed to playing that way. And I do believe this Purdue team was shell-shocked early on, like, whoa, it's going to move this fast. And ultimately, they settled in, but High Point needs to continue to keep that foot on the gas and continue to apply that pressure.
Well, in that first half, Purdue was led by Kaufman-Renn, 10 points, 10 for Braden Smith, who had 4 assists as well. They distributed the wealth. Even though they didn't shoot it well, they were able to clamp down defensively. High Point just 9 of 26 on the floor, 5 of 16 from 3, out-rebounded by Purdue, 28-12. The number 4 seed in the Midwest, the Purdue Boilermakers, really able to establish themselves late in that first half, and they have their largest lead of the game at the halftime break. It's 37-27, Purdue on top. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot doot, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
Then we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Thanks for hanging.
Application.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Are you checking your bracket during the commercial break like the rest of us? Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us. So why?
Hey, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you being here. Please take a second, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single college basketball game of March Madness. Every single game. Speaking of which, I've got to start that next stream right now. We'll see you back in the chat. Good luck to your team.
Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans, so you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data, available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line Gold Unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
March 19th, 2015. Few gave 14th seeded Georgia State much of a chance when they took to the court versus number 3 Baylor.
And when they trailed by double digits with just under 2 minutes to play, those chances looked even slimmer. But a furious Panther rally set the stage for the kill.
Hunter gives it to Shipes. Back to Hunter for three. Good! 2.6 to play. Georgia State takes a 1-point lead. The shot knocked Ron Hunter right off his chair.
R.J. Hunter's dramatic shot gave Georgia State the stunning win and caused his dad and head coach Ron to fall off the rolling chair he'd been using to patrol the sideline after tearing his Achilles tendon, celebrating his team's victory to get into the big dance. With another great moment in tournament history, I'm Kevin Kugler.
Halftime in Providence. It's Purdue on top of High Point, 37-27. The Boilermakers, who started 8-4 this year with 3 losses to ranked teams, went on a 7-game winning streak, lost in the second round of the Big Ten tournament. A Boilermaker team that went all the way to the NCAA championship game last year. Of course, Zach Edey was the man in the middle then. A little different team for Purdue and Matt Painter here. A team, though, that has had trouble in recent years with double-digit seeds. Able to turn things around in the first half, have a 10-point lead over number 13 seed High Point Panthers. The Panthers, the Big South regular season champs the last 2 seasons under Alan Huss. His first 2 seasons at the helm. Huss has done a tremendous job at High Point.
Yeah, he's got a lot of talent on this roster, a roster that we keep mentioning goes 10 deep. It's not like you're reaching when you go to that 7th or 8th guy. These guys are all playmakers that allow them to stay elevated in how they play. I'll make mention of that conference championship game where they were down 14, 16 minutes left to play against Winthrop, and they used their bench the rest of the way to win that game and earn a berth. So it could be any guy at any given time, but they're going to need all of them here in the second half.
High Point's bench scored 51 of the 80 points in that final against Winthrop. Well, time now for the start of the second half, sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Start of the second half, 37-27 Purdue. High Point won 14 consecutive games to end the season. Second active win streak in the NCAA behind UC San Diego. They have the ball in the purple, the lob for Bodo, and a 2-hand slam off the feet from Damarian Williams, and a High Point on the board to start the second half.
Sound set drawn up right out of the gates. Bodo sets that high ball screen. They blitz the handler. It allows him to dive in an alley-oop pass. Great execution.
Fletcher, Kaufman-Renn in the lane with a right hook, and it's good for Trey Kaufman-Renn. He's got 12.
Kaufman-Renn just buries you with that real estate on that low block. Continually goes off that left shoulder over it and is having immense success.
Bodo handling up top, hands it off for Damarian Williams. Coming on the screen, hooks it right. Johnston a 3. It's short. Bodo with a rebound. High Point still with it. Turns inside and lays it up and in. So 2 straight buckets to start the second half for the Panthers.
Johnston continuing to get clean looks from 3. He's 0 for 3. Eventually those will start to fall, but in the meantime, Bodo, one of the best offensive rebounders. Great anticipation to get on the glass, get the putback.
Smith on a high screen, hooks it inside. Kaufman-Renn couldn't handle the pass. It's loose on the ground, picked up by High Point. Schiffer, front court, stops, gives to Johnson. 3! There it is! It goes down. Right on cue, Jordan Cornette. It's a 5-point game.
You knew it was coming, Chris. He continues to get looks. He needed one in rhythm. Stepping into it in transition from the right wing. Deadly.
Now it's Smith trying to settle it down for Purdue. Out of the wing to Lawyer. 18 to go. It's a 5-point Purdue lead. Kaufman-Renn backing down Bodo. Turns. Coming over to help. Damarian Williams reached in and he committed a foul. High Point with a lot of crowd behind them coming down from High Point, North Carolina. 18:09 to go here in the second. 39-34 Purdue. Braden Smith inbounds up top to Cox to the Boilermakers. Left of the lane, cut off by Johnston. Hands right, Kaufman-Renn. They're daring him to shoot. He's backing it out now. Now we'll get to the foul line with a runner, and it's good for Kaufman-Renn. And Purdue with a 41-34 lead. Just over 2 minutes gone here in the second half.
Deep drop coverage. Thought he'd just take a set shot. He decides to retreat, dribble, then dribble into it to give him a rhythm floater with no defense on him, being dared.
Jiffa working in the paint with a leaner, and it's good from the left hand.
Best case scenario, Chris, right now for High Point, getting into the paint and scoring the basketball, is they reapplied that game pressure here in the first few minutes, taking away any desire for Purdue to run away with this one.
Cox gives left for Smith, coming around a double screen. To the elbow with a fadeaway. It's good for Braden Smith. That natural fadeaway from the All-American, and Purdue with a 43-36 lead. 17:15 to go in the second. Demorian Williams, the 6'3" guard of the Phoenix for High Point, gives it up top for Bodo. Hands it off for Williams, coming right of the lane. He's shoved, ball loses out of bounds, no call, it'll go the other way. Purdue has it off the turnover.
Williams got a little bit of sped up, trying to get into that painted area, which is clearly a point of emphasis for High Point. He dribbled it right off his own hamstring out of bounds.
Demorian Williams, a transfer from Texas Tech. As Smith works into the front court for Purdue, battling Jiffa. Comes around a second screen, working right all the way to the baseline, runs into 3 defenders, and one of them fouled him. On the pass, no shot. Purdue ball. Well, get good at money so you can be a little bad. Invest well at Empower.com. Purdue inbounding along the right baseline, adjacent to the Boilermaker bench on the far side to our left. Inbound, Kaufman-Renn runs in a Chase Johnston and a foul on a perplexed Chase Johnston.
A lot of quick whistles, and at this rate, Purdue's going to find themselves in shooting at the double bonus before the first media timeout.
Purdue inbounding right baseline again. Smith inbounds out of the right wing. Kaufman-Renn in front of the Purdue bench. Goes into a back down. Draws 2 defenders. Steps through it, and another foul called here against High Point. So the Panthers with 14 fouls. We haven't even played 4 minutes of this second half. And now it'll be Trey Benham coming into the game, replacing Johnston, who didn't want to come out, but he's got 3 fouls. Pleads his case with his coaches, who tell him to sit down.
Because Johnson feels like he's just developing that rhythm.
They made a 3 moments ago. Heidi with it for Purdue, out top to Smith. Smith coming on a high screen. Working right, bumping, elbow, fadeaway, in and out, no good. Rebounded by High Point. Bodo then lost it out of bounds. Same team fighting over the rebound, and neither one comes up with it. Another inbound on the right baseline for Purdue. It'll be Fletcher Lawyer inbounding. Father John Lawyer, NBA scout, former NBA assistant with the Nets and the Pistons. Now it's Kaufman-Renn with a post-up on Bodo. A right hook over him. No good. Kaufman-Renn can't hit it. High Point running. Jiffa left side. Front court. Back it out Williams. Right side. Benham a 3. It's scored! Oh, High Point staying involved. 43-39 Purdue. 4 minutes gone here in the second half. High Point won't go away. Smith on a high screen. Down the lane for Kaufman-Renn, and a leader no good, but a foul is called. Kaufman-Renn with a really physical screen got High Point's faithful upset. They wanted a foul. And we get a timeout. Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You can save big with your bundle auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. 43-39 Purdue, 15:55 to go in the second on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
Riley Herbst here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast, but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boosts, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all to keep you in the fast lane. Ready to race? Let's Chumba. Pit stop at ChumbaCasino.com and play today.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. You can choose to get out there. Choose your people. You could choose to go for it. No, like really go for it.
Fourth down, 28-yard line.
Just choose to do something that moves you. Mazda crafts cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. Mazda. Move and be moved.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Yo, it's Jacob Hester from Off Campus on College Sports Radio. For full breakdowns of this game and more, tune in weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern on Channel 84 or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Let's check the attendance, sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. There are 12,320 in attendance here in Providence. Great atmosphere. A lot of folks supporting the purple of High Point. At the line, Kaufman-Renn for Purdue. They lead by 4. Free throw on the way is no good. 15:55 to go here in the second half.
Rasheed Wallace somewhere screaming, ball don't lie.
You didn't agree with the call?
Didn't agree with it. I think the whistle's got a little bit lopsided. 5 fouls already for High Point. Some questionable where Purdue's been allowed to play like a physical Big Ten team.
Kaufman-Renn free throw is good. He's up to 15 points. Purdue led by 10 at the half. They lead by 5 now. Jiffa breaks pressure into the front court. Now cut off by Cox, has to retreat with a dribble. Keza Jiffa out of Paris, France. Moves it out top for Boda. Hands it out to Hamilton now for the High Point Panthers. Working right of the lane. Up top, Benham circling left. Back to the corner. 3 on the way from Hamilton is an air ball. Maybe Heidi got a piece, but Purdue comes away with it. In the white, they go right to left. Cox in the front court. He's met by Kamani Hamilton. Gives right for Kaufman-Renn. Smith trying to get loose. High Point denying him. Out of the right side to Fletcher. Knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. It'll stay with Purdue as Fletcher Lawyer had it broken up. He'll inbound. His brother Forrest, a video coordinator with the Brooklyn Nets, who played at Michigan State. Now Braden Smith left in the lane. To a contact. The floater won't fall, but a foul is called against Jiffa of High Point. And that'll be the 16th foul against High Point with 15:11 to go here in the second half.
This was definitely a foul as Braden Smith gets that left side, gets a straight line drive, and Jiffa bumps him with his chest to get him up that straight line. And could have been called on the floor, but they're going to say that's a shooting foul.
Free throw rimmed out from Braden Smith, an 83% free throw shooter. Braden, though, just 4 of 13 in this game from the floor, and he makes that free throw. There's a little practice follow-through afterwards, a little upset that he missed the first. And now Heidi of Purdue and Kamani Hamilton of High Point are lectured by the officials as they got into it a little bit. Purdue with a 6-point lead. Approaching the 15-minute mark in the second half in Providence. Jiffa, right in the lane for High Point. Back it out for Benham. Hands it off for DeMarin Williams. Williams against Cox. 11 to shoot. Moves it right. Jiffa, long 3. Off to the right. Boda had it. Kaufman-Renn knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with High Point.
Bodo fighting on the offensive glass, doesn't get it, but garners the opportunity for them with the deflection coming off Trey Kaufman-Renn.
Welcome those of you joining us across our network. Purdue a 45-39 lead over High Point, 14:48 to go in the second. High Point 6 fouls committed in the first 5 minutes of this half. They were down 10 at the half. And now Hamilton in the lane got fouled by Purdue, and a sarcastic cheer from the High Point faithful who are bathed in purple in the seats right behind us here in Providence.
Because they haven't heard many whistles go their way in 25 minutes of basketball.
First foul against Purdue called in the second half. Inbound, Benham dribbled it out of bounds. Jiff's pass went awry. Benham couldn't save it. Well, March Madness is coming to a court near you. Experience it live as the nation's best college basketball teams compete for a chance to cut down the nets. Secure your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
Unforced error there on the out-of-bounds under from a High Point team. Benham wanted to get a clean look from three, but he was too worried about toeing the line, mishandled the basketball, ultimately goes out of bounds.
Kaufman-Renn, high post for Purdue. The Boilermakers, the number 4 seed in the Midwest, give it a Lawyer, and the runner from Fletcher Lawyer won't go, but another shove and a push and a foul against the High Point Panthers as Purdue in the 1-1. Lawyer in the act of shooting will get 2 free throws. Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette here at our Granger courtside position in Providence. Stay on top of your game with Granger. Get the industrial-grade products right when you need them to help your business move forward when you call 1-800-GRANGER. Click Granger.com. First free throw good for Fletcher Lawyer, who chose Purdue. His brother went to Michigan State. His dad travels around the country scouting in the NBA, a former NBA assistant, John Lawyer. Free throw is good. John Lawyer was a former Nets assistant, and I remember when Fletcher and Forrest used to hang around, they were little toddlers shooting baskets in the Nets practice facility.
Flies by, doesn't it, Chris?
Now look at him. Trey Benham up top now for Hamilton. Kamani Hamilton coming right. Cut off by Lawyer, muscling his way inside. A wild shot goes down. He kind of flicked it over his shoulder with the right hand from the left side of the rim. And High Point hanging in. It's a 6-point Purdue lead with 6 minutes gone here in the second half.
Hamilton's momentum was taking him from right to left, and instead of using his offhand and left hand, he comes back with that scooping right, a difficult angle.
Kaufman-Renn for the Boilermakers. Right in the lane. Out to a wide open first. Hands it off to Smith. Coming around another offensive foul against the Boilermakers. It's on first.
That's the right call. Look, first had a guy coming at him and a defender with a head full of steam in Hamilton. If he just stays supplanted, doesn't move those feet, there's got a body. That becomes a textbook moving screen.
A turnover, give it a High Point. In the purple, they get Bobby Pettiford, their 6-man, into the game. Gives left for Hamilton. Hamilton guarded by Lawyer right from the High Point bench on the far side. A standing 6'9" Allen Huss. Pass out Benham on the right wing for the Panthers. Bumping with Smith. Backs up, 10 to shoot. Fake the handoff to Tiffa. Coming left around Smith. Going to the rim. Toss off the window, won't fall. Loose on the ground. Coming this way. A diving Pettiford. Can't save it. He goes sliding somewhere beneath us. And now emerges. But it'll be Purdue ball.
And you love the effort from Pettiford trying to win the 50-50 basketball and get it back to his guy in Hamilton, who went at a clean perimeter look for that right baseline, but didn't get there quick enough. And Purdue with an opportunity up 2 possessions to build to a 3-possession lead.
Pettiford went the old Pete Rose head first. He went right under our table. I was waiting for him to hit our legs. I never felt it. I thought maybe he went into some kind of portal. They got him out of the portal, by the way, to come to High Point from Kansas. Here's Kaufman-Renn, waiting for the double. Turns into it. A wild shot, banked up, no good, but a foul against the High Point Panthers, which has been the theme of the second half.
Just a reverse pivot from Kaufman on a low block. And yes, the grabbing of the jersey from behind came from Kamani Hamilton. And that definitely warrants a whistle.
Purdue has been held without a field goal in the last 4:26. All their points in the second half have been from the line. Kaufman-Renn to shoot 2. 1 and 1 for Kaufman-Renn. The 8th team foul. Free throw. In and out, no good. Deflected out of bounds. It'll go to High Point. With 12:58 to go in the second, Purdue 47, High Point 41.
Keep an eye on the three-point shot. Both Benham and Johnston in, sharpshooters for this High Point team. Look them to be running some counters, some actions, side to side if they can play with this basketball. If they can maybe get these shooters a decent look and cut into this deficit.
Pettiford to the front court. Gives to Bodo up top. Hands left now to Thiam. Thiam can let it fly. Also can get to the rim, working into a double team. Spins. 2 7-footers all over him. And now finally we're going to get a whistle and a timeout.
Oh, they're going to call Bird for the foul.
No, Bird for a foul. All right. Thought for a moment that Alan Huss had called a timeout, but he simply influenced the official who was standing right next to him.
And at some point, I do believe these officials got to let the guys play. I mean, there's no real contact anywhere to warrant a stoppage.
Inbound Bodo in the right corner. Out to Thiam. Thiam, played by First. Cross him over in the lane. Runs into the 7-footer, and he traveled. He ran into the helping Will Berg. Berg showing up defensively for the Boilermakers.
Thiam was out of control. He drew 2 defenders, and he had a pocket pass dumped down low to Bodo, who had an easy dunk finish, but had his eyes on the goal, not his teammate, and be unselfish.
12:27 to go in the second. 47-41. Purdue on top. Berg goes to the bench as Kaufman-Renn comes back in after a quick rest. Inbound to the backcourt against pressure. Miles Coleman with it. Coleman had an electrifying putback dunk in the first half. That's the talk of social media. As Purdue has it in the white going right to left. Smith around a high screen. Taking it right. The pocket pass, and Kaufman-Renn with a layup. And Purdue takes an 8-point lead as we approach the 12-minute mark in the second half.
Braden Smith, such a gifted passer in tight windows when he touches the paint. Finds his favorite target, Trey Kaufman-Renn.
17 for Kaufman-Renn. Hildebrandt, right of the lane for High Point. A mustache, a black headband. Gets the ball in the right wing and shoots a 3, and it's good. Hildebrandt. Just his 19th made 3 of the year. It's a 5-point Purdue lead, 11:40 to go in the second.
Johnston caught that thing in Kaufman's corner and almost drew a turnover, but was able to pass over the defense and find him for 3.
The bearded Braden Smith inside Kaufman-Renn. Great position and an easy right-hand layup for Kaufman-Renn. First team all Big Ten player puts Purdue back on top by 7. 11:18 to go in the second. Pettiford out top. Played by Coleman. Drive baseline. Pull-up shot. Good for Bobby Pettiford. High Point answering back. It's a 5-point Purdue lead.
Pettiford attacks the closeout from the right wing. Instead of driving it all the way to the rim, plays off 2 like those Villanova guards famously did and offers a floater over 2 defenders.
Fundamentals to stop. In the corner. Heidi a 3. It's good. And Purdue with a 54-46 lead, 10:47 to go in the second half.
Unselfish basketball generates the 3. Coleman caught that right at ground zero underneath the basket, could have laid it in. Saw a wide open Heidi, swung it to the baseline for the 3. Add him up.
Pettiford now for the Panthers. Left corner, Thiam a 3. Short from right in front of the High Point bench. A long rebound. Purdue's got it. Smith on the move. Veers right in front of standing Matt Painter. Pass up top, nearly stolen. Lawyer keeps it away. Driving the paint. Back door, and a dunk! Miles Coleman with the slam! Purdue matching their largest lead. It's 10. 10-10 to go, second half.
High Point's defense tried to cheat, created a numbers advantage. Foster drives, dishes to Coleman, punctuates with the dunk.
Now Pettiford. Crossover, cut off by Heidi. Pettiford standing in the lane. He's a cutter, going to the rim. The layup, no good, but a foul will put Trey Benham at the line. And a timeout. 9:54 to go, second half in Providence. Purdue 56 and High Point 46. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
So, you want to buy a house. You could go online, do your research, find the dream listing, go see it, and get catfished. Back to the drawing board. More scheduling, more viewings, more this doesn't even look like the photos. You could finally find one that does match the photos. Then comes the offer. Stress rash? Yep, make that 3. And here's the paperwork. Yep, never-ending paperwork. It's a lot. But you don't have to do it alone. Because there's an agent who's a realtor here to guide and help protect you as you find the home that's right for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Angeles, time now for a tournament bracket update sponsored by Green Gobbler. Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. It's bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and it works. Green Gobbler, let the gobbler get it. Final 2 minutes in Lexington. Creighton leads Louisville 81-66. The Blue Jays shooting 56% for the game. Meanwhile, they just hit halftime in Denver. Wisconsin, the 3 seed in the East, leads Montana, the 14 seed, 40-32. Houston, a 17-2 run early. The Cougars, the top seed in the Midwest, up on SIUE 24-8. That is midway through the opening half in Wichita. Back to Providence, we rejoin Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette.
9:54 to go in the second half. Purdue with a 56-46 lead over High Point. Purdue has made 4 consecutive field goals, and they have matched their largest lead of the game. Purdue, the number 4 seed in the Midwest. High Point, the number 13 seed. Winners of the Big South tournament. There'll be 2 free throws coming up for Trey Benham off the bench for the High Point Panthers. All in purple. Purdue in white, black numbers, and letters trimmed in gold. Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette with you. As the free throw by Benham is good. Spruce is a new weed and grass killer with 9 simple yet effective ingredients that are safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spruce works differently by dehydrating the weed down to the roots. The free throw is good by Benham. I need to get a little of that as today is the first day of spring, Jordan. Those weeds will start popping up through your pavers at home.
Bring on the warmth. Bring on the madness. March is here.
Smith left in the lane, a tough fadeaway. Missed the rim. Bodo fights it away from Kaufman-Renn at High Point with possession. One court now. It is Pettiford. Kick left to Marion Williams, a 3. Off the heel, bounce high in the air, and a foul is going to go against Purdue on the rebound.
They might take a look at a hook and hold here.
The officials motioning that they're going to review this.
Yeah, this might be a hook and hold.
Explain the hook and hold to our
Basically, when you leverage a defender by getting up under them, establishing your arm almost as a hook to create some leverage there, to pull them down or create an advantage for you. And it usually goes to a review. Now, are they going to go take a look at this? I would imagine so. It had the feel of a Trey Kaufman-Renn hook and hold on, I believe it was Bodo.
And explain why they would go to a review.
Because if they go back and look at the review, they'll need
the following rebound play is under review.
So there you go. The review is official. They'll go back to look if indeed that type of action was occurring. So we're looking to look at the replay right here.
Because it's a dangerous play,
It's a dangerous play where you can pull down a defender, create injury to your advantage. Now, a couple factors come into it is intent and execution, truthfully. Now, the intent looked like it was there from Kaufman-Renn, where he did start to engage the hook on the left arm of Bodo, but he relented. He relinquished. And the fact that I think he pulled back before it became too deep into the hook and hold, I don't believe one will be called.
Like he realized he was doing it, and then he kind of let go. Well, let's check some of the stats. Sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. With TurboTax, now Taxes is getting an expert who files your taxes for you, so you can stay locked in on the madness. Intuit TurboTax. Now this is Taxes. Well, Purdue with a 56-48 lead, 9:29 to go in the second. Kaufman-Renn with 19 points leads the Boilermakers. They're up to 47.9% shooting, although there's 3 of 10 from behind the arc. They've held the High Point Panthers to 42% shooting. A balanced attack for a very deep High Point team. High Point 8 of 24 from 3. They started out strong and then have wavered. And usually three-point shooting, the great equalizer for the upset right now. The number 13 High Point Panthers have really been clamped down on by Purdue. And they're still reviewing this. Now the officials have taken a look, and they're discussing whether or not this should be, well, what's the penalty if they do call it a hook and hold?
It would be a flagrant one. It would be the free throw in possession for this High Point team, and it'd obviously be another foul on Kaufman-Renn. The decision just has to be, did he hold that arm long enough for them to feel like it's a flagrant one? I'm going to say no.
The play stands as a common foul.
And that's what I would have assumed. But he was teetering on that line because he did engage that arm, which could possibly create that injury. But what they ultimately deemed, it was a basketball play. If it's a non-basketball play, that's where you get the flagrant one.
So a side of the bounds along the baseline for High Point in the purple. Pettiford inbounding right in front of the High Point cheerleaders in purple with the purple and white pom-poms sitting cross-legged along the baseline. A purple panther, not a very scary-looking panther, the mascot of High Point, arms folded behind the cheerleaders. As they inbound out top on the right wing to Damarian Williams. Williams guarded tightly by Jakari Harris. Takes him left, runs into a helping Burke. Turnaround fadeaway, good for Damarian Williams. A 6-point Purdue lead, 9:15 to go in the second.
Williams triples into a double team in the teeth of the defense. Spins reverse with the pivot and fades away, coming out the right shoulder to get space.
Smith left of the lane. Back it out top to Coleman. Coleman with a reaching Williams. Moves it out top for Purdue's Braden Smith. High Point defending. Smith coming on a high screen. Working right. Cut off. Fadeaway. 15-footer. Rolled off. No good. Deflects to the corner. Run down by a jumping Heidi. Purdue still with it. Up top. A three. Good for Jakari Harris.
Another offensive rebound for the Boilers to give them the best three-point look when the defense is scattered.
A 9-point lead for Purdue. 8.5 to go in the first game of the second half here in Providence. Bodo up top, hands to Benham. Coming into a three, straight on. It's good. Benham's got it going. He's 3 for 5 from behind the arc. 59-53 Purdue. 8:09 to go in the second. Harris on a drive. Swatted away by Bodo. High Point running. Pettiford to the lane to the rim. Knocked down by Coleman on a foul against Miles Coleman.
Bodo, the Big South Defensive Player of the Year. Whacks that thing off the backboard. Generates the transition play. Take it the other way, right into the defense, and High Point's crowd is alive here in Providence.
Timeout, 8 minutes to go in the second. Purdue 59, High Point 53. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Right now, get 2.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
Teams to be ranked nationally all season long. They've been ranked in 58 consecutive polls. That's the third longest active streak in the nation behind Tennessee and Auburn, who both have number 1 seeds in the tournament. 8 minutes to go in the second. Purdue with a 6-point lead. That's the facts of the game, sponsored by Kohl's. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. High Point shooting 62% in the second half, Purdue 61%. And it'll be Bobby Pettiford going to the free throw line, an 88% free throw shooter. A transfer from Kansas. His junior year he spent at East Carolina. He was a starting point guard. And now a senior for High Point. Free throw on the way is good. We'll get another. Pettiford had 17 off the bench in the championship game win over Winthrop. He came back from 12 down early in the second half to win that game and advance to the NCAA tournament. Missed free throw on the second. Pettiford got his own miss. Gets it back, trotted along the baseline. Whips it out on the left side. A three from Benham, no good. High Point, a rebound. Out to Pettiford. Pettiford bottled up, left in the lane, give it a Bono. And a slam! Purdue's lead down to 3. Bedlam in Providence for the High Point faithful. 7:35 to go in the second half. Braden Smith breaks pressure for the Boilermakers. The number 4 seed in a little trouble. In the lane, a pump fake and a leader. Won't go. Bono with a rebound. And then a foul committed by Braden Smith.
Now Bono will go to the free throw line here. Benham working the crowd to get him going. And this is the beauty of a tournament venue, is the Purdue fans are the only ones in the building cheering for Purdue. Everybody wants to see an upset. So it's a pro-High Point crowd. They are feeding off that with the defensive effort, and they are making shots in the open floor.
I don't know, though. I don't know if High Point's people need much help right now because they are loud.
They brought it.
Bono going to the line. It is a 10-3 run. Bono looking to add to it. The free throw, no good. But he goes after his own miss, and it's saved on the far side by Purdue. Harris with it. He'll give it to Braden Smith. Smith showing a little frustration on that last foul. The All-American needs some poise. Finds the pocket pass to Kaufman-Renn left of the lane. Bono on him. Out to Lawyer working left on a pump fake. Down low, Kaufman-Renn, right of the lane. 6:50 to go in the half. Couple of spins. Purdue a 3-point lead. There's a fadeaway, and it's good. 61-56 Boilermakers. 6:40 to go in the second half.
Kaufman-Renn so composed, never giving up the pivot despite an array of fakes to try and get a defender who wasn't biting. Then ultimately it's a tough fadeaway.
Demorian Williams out top Benham. Handoff. Shots to the three. Too strong. Purdue with a rebound. Harrison in the front court. Hands it off for Braden Smith. Smith on a high screen. Coming left. Keeps going baseline right hand. Flick and he takes it in. 63-56 Boilermakers. 6-minute mark of the second half.
Sound drive from Braden Smith, gets the defender on his right hip and gets enough of a front step where he can come back to his dominant hand on the left side, that right hand, and get it off the glass for the layup.
15 for Smith. Pettiford muscling his way to the paint. Out top Williams, run off the line, tries instead. Cut off, turnaround, fade away, no good. Kaufman-Renn with a rebound for Purdue. The number 4 seed has stemmed the momentum that High Point was building here late. A 7-point lead for the Boilers. 5:28 to go in the second. Smith around a high screen. Snaking his way inside, and then the ball deflected away. Harris got it. 3 on the way. It won't fall. Got his own miss. He'll back it out. Purdue a reset. Heidi with it. And now out to Smith. Purdue milking clock. Smith around a screen, working left, gets inside, turned around, right wing, bounce pass inside, clock winding, a foul committed by High Point as Kaufman-Renn had his arm grabbed by High Point's Demorian Williams.
Purdue does a good job of moving the basketball, dribble drive, there's a couple screens, gets that defense in rotation, has an advantageous matchup with Kaufman-Renn posting up down low on Williams, getting the basketball. All they can do is foul.
2 for Kaufman-Renn coming up. The Jeep Celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure. Hurry in for an exceptional offer on Jeep's Go Anywhere, Do Anything SUVs and let the ride of a lifetime begin. Free throw missed by Trey Kaufman-Renn. 1 of 4 from the line. A 65% free throw shooter. Kaufman-Renn. Second on the way. High arcing shot, short, but rebounded by Heidi. And Purdue backs it out. They'll get a reset. Another offensive rebound for the Boilermakers. They have dominated on the glass on both ends, specifically, though, the offensive glass. Here's Smith coming on a high screen. Hamilton back in. Right wing Lawyer a 3. It won't go. Rebound, a fight. Bodies on the ground and a held ball. It'll belong to Purdue.
And at this point, just the struggle for High Point to cleanly defensive rebound and kickstart their offense that thrives playing fast. That's eliminating. They can't rebound the basketball to get themselves going, so that domino effect plays beautifully into the hands of a Purdue team who's looking to burn clock, extend this lead.
18-7 advantage for Purdue on the offensive glass. Inbound out high on the left to Kaufman-Renn. Back it out to Smith. 4.5 to go in the game. Purdue with a 7-point lead. Smith open, shoots a 3. It's good! The All-American with his second 3. And Purdue matching their largest lead. It's 10 with 4:18 to go in the second half.
Down the stretch, the guys making plays for the Boilers. No surprise, Smith and Kaufman-Renn, the foundational pillars to Purdue's success.
Now Jiffa, the Frenchman, top of the arc for High Point. Snaking his way in the lane with a leaner, and it's good. Gets a Jiffa. And a timeout. 3:58 to go. Second half. Purdue 66, High Point 58. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Stirring fiber, exercising, frequent trips to the store for more laxatives and fiber. Sounds like your constipation with belly pain is a lot to manage. But if your symptoms that keep coming back are signs of irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C, ask your doctor how Linzess can help you get ahead of it. Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LANZESS.
Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Right now, rewards members can save $40 on an Allen & Roth Chesler Gold faucet. Was $99, now $59. Plus, save $110 on a Cobalt 40-volt battery trimmer and blower combo kit. Was $279, now $169. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/24 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
Choose Syntec Full Synthetic Motor Oil designed for today's engines exclusively at your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Well, let's check the schedule of tournament games coming up on Westwood One. Sponsored by the 2027 X15 engine from Cummins, featuring better fuel efficiency, immense power, and backed by 25-plus years of experience.
What's up, insiders, basketball fans all over the world? Thank you so much for hanging out with us today during March Madness. Oh man, we're having so much fun. We've got streams going for every single game of the tournament. We're tracking our brackets. It's a lot of fun in the chat. Please chat it up. Hit that like button down below and share this link out. That's going to be the best way to bring more basketball fans here to the chat. And we're already seeing thousands of fans come into the first stream of 16 on Thursday. I'm going to let Joe take it home. We appreciate you being here.
This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So like, subscribe, and share, because every click impacts SickKids' mission to heal the future.
Trey's not getting it going. Braden's making plays, pushing it in tempo, knocking down open shots. These two together are overwhelming High Point, and a collective defensively to absorb a run from High Point and show them maturity to respond with big-time plays. 4 minutes away from surviving
Upon
advance.
review, we have an F1 charge to High Point number 5. He's been disqualified.
Wow.
Purdue will shoot 2 shots, number 23, and we resume play at the point of interruption.
Well, it's his 5th foul. Heidi will go to the line.
Not sure anybody in the building knows what's going on because nobody saw where that action was.
Heidi's free throw is good. His technical free throw standing by himself. He'll get a second. He was on the rebound situation as Heidi's free throw is rimming out, no good. Now later on we'll select the play of the day, sponsored by Old Spice. Stinking places beyond your pits. Old Spice has you covered with total body deodorant, 24/7 freshness from pits to toes with daily use. So Kamani Hamilton, who averages 13 a game, the junior for High Point. His day is done. Smith cracked to the backcourt, gets it a Lawyer. On the left side, Heidi. Thought about a 3, but they want to use some clock. Purdue with a 9-point lead, 3:45 to go in the second. Smith out top, around a screen from Harris. Picked up by Johnston. Smith at 7 to shoot. Johnson playing with 3 fouls. Smith bumping with him at the foul line. Backs up 2 to shoot. Takes it left, gets to the rim. Put it off the window. In and out, no good. Loose, saved by Heidi. An offensive rebound again for Purdue.
Purdue's just quicker to the 50-50. Saving the basketball before it goes out of bounds.
Smith on a drive, a pump fake. Give it a Kaufman-Renn, a leaner. Off back rim, no good. High Point with a rebound. Do they have a run in them? Down 9. 3:03 to go. Jiffa for the Panthers. Out of the right wing, dancing with it to the baseline. Trying to spin back with a high dribble, goes stumbling, and a foul is called against Jakari Harris of Purdue.
Jiffa just put his head down, playing on the right side, trying to drive, didn't have a lay-and-retreat dribble, tried to get into the paint. He was determined he's either going to draw a foul or he's going to get shot off in that sequence.
And we're going to get a timeout here. 2:55 to go. Second half in Providence. Purdue 67, High Point 58. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
This is the story of the One. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive customer service. There are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with a sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hour.
In the face of uncertainty, some things remain steady. Like the Cummins 2027 X15. Built on 25 plus years of experience and delivering up to 4% better fuel efficiency in a weight-neutral system. The X15 gives you the strength to move forward fearlessly and confidence that no matter the obstacle, you can and will rise above it. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
Well, let's check the road to the Final Four tournament summary, sponsored by Marriott. Take your game day rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at MarriottBonvoy.com/NCAA. Well, the SEC had 14 teams in the tournament. Texas, though, losing in the first four. Big Ten with 8 teams, 7 for the Big 12, 5 for the Big East. They're 2-0. And ACC had 4 teams. They're 1-1 with Louisville losing today. Creighton won earlier today from the Big East. Mountain West, 4 teams. They're 0-1 with San Diego State losing in the first 4. West Coast Conference with 2 teams. No other conference, I should say, has more than 1. 2:55 to go in the second half. Purdue out of the Big Ten, a 67-58 lead over the 13-seeded High Point Panthers.
It's going to come down to, is there simply enough time for this High Point team? Down 9 with an opportunity to chip away with it from the free throw line here. You get this to 7, you get a stop. Come down, get some quick offense going. All of a sudden, gain pressure back on Purdue. But Braden Smith, the ball in his hands, doesn't seem to make a lot of mistakes lately.
We want to welcome those of you joining us around the network. Missed free throw by High Point's Keza Jiffa. Purdue with a 9-point lead. 2:50 to go in the game. Lawyer out of the right wing. It's one of the standing Matt Painter for Purdue. Purdue in white, working right to left. Heavy pressure, a steal. High Point the other way. Smith coming back, and he knocked the ball out of bounds. It'll remain with High Point. Purdue has led by as much as 10. Inbounding now is High Point. Pettiford gets it in. He gets it back in the corner. Right in front of the bench of the Panthers. Left to the lane. Turns. Right elbow. Smith all over him. Pettiford had it knocked loose. Gets it back. A spinning shot. Won't go. Rebounded by the Boilermakers. 2:24 to go in the second. Purdue a 67-58 lead. They break pressure. Harris in the front court of the right wing. Jakari Harris pounding a dribble. Hands to Braden Smith. 10 to shoot for the Boilermakers. Johnson all over Smith. Smith calmly gives to Lawyer up top. Moves it left. Step back. Lefty three by Heidi. No good. Rebounded by High Point. They're down 9. Minute 50 to go. Jiffa turns left in the lane. Bumping floater. No good on the bank. Rebounded by Harris. And Purdue slowly moves into the front court.
Jiffa wasn't going to get rewarded for an out-of-control drive there, no matter if there was some kind.
And Smith trapped in the corner, and Matt Painter calls a timeout. So we'll break here with 1:35 to go in the second. The number 4 seed Purdue with a 67-58 lead over High Point. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and the MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99. In-store only, limit supply. See store for details. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You can listen to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament for free on the Varsity Network app. Listen to every game live or on demand. Download the Varsity Network app now and search NCAA Championships. Chris Carino and Jordan Cornette with you at Providence. 67-58. Boilermakers on top. 1:35 to go in the second half. Fletcher Lawyer inbounding. Gets it into Smith. Braden Smith draws 2 defenders. Pass up top. Lawyer took it away. Moves it left for Smith. Smith with 11 to shoot. 1:26 to go in the game. Veers right. Runs into a trap, and he got fouled. Josh Ibukunulula just coming into the game to give me trouble to say his name in order just to give the foul.
And the problem with the foul was you've got Braden Smith pushed back near the timeline. 7 seconds left on a shot clock. At that point, you're just going to guard to get a stop.
Today's broadcast of the 2025 NCAA men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproductions, retransmissions, other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Braden Smith makes 2 free throws. Purdue with their largest lead. 1:20 to go in the game. It's an 11-point Boilermaker edge. Out of the right side now, Pettiford for High Point. Spin to the baseline with a pull-up. No good. Too strong. Smith with the rebound. Purdue controls. A trap in the backcourt. Pass to Lawyer and a foul given by Trey Benham as he reached to try and get a steal. And it looks like Purdue, I think for the first time today, their faith may feel confident that they're going to wrap this one up.
Yeah, it's a job they've really done defensively. They made this High Point team play in a little bit more of a half-court setting. They pummeled them on the backboard. They played through their 2 main guys in Smith and Renn, and it just proved to be too much. High Point, not seen bodies like this all season long.
Free throw good for Fletcher Lawyer of Purdue. Pushes the lead to 12. Again, just adding to their largest lead. He makes another. With 1:06 to go. 71-58 Purdue. Pettiford front court. Bounce pass, backdoor, and a dunk for Josh Ibukunula. And a timeout called by Alan Huss. And a quick break. Purdue 71, High Point 60. 59.8 to go. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, that's awful, hon.
My brother got...
What's up, insiders, basketball fans all over the world? Thank you so much for hanging out with us today during March Madness. Oh man, we're having so much fun. We've got streams going for every single game of the tournament. We're tracking our brackets. It's a lot of fun in the chat. Please chat it up. Hit that like button down below and share this link out. That's going to be the best way to bring more basketball fans here to the chat. And we're already seeing thousands of fans come into the first stream of 16 on Thursday. I'm going to let Joe take it home. We appreciate you being here.
This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So like, subscribe, and share, because every click impacts SickKids' mission to heal the future.
And Purdue can sense a first-round victory. Straight on Williams, a three for High Point. He banked it in, and a quick timeout. With 38.3, Purdue's lead is 10.
It's not over yet. Williams gets that one high up with high arc and gives him the opportunity for him to kiss it off the glass. Not what he meant to do from three, but enough for them to feel, hey, we still got some time here, 38 seconds left. You got to try and pursue a trap right away. You give yourself 1-2 seconds, then you got to foul. Because 38 seconds, you got to make it the longest 38 seconds of everybody's life here in this building. And try to extend it out. Hope for some missed free throws.
Well, download the official NCAA March Madness Live app. You can listen to every Westwood One broadcast of the men's and women's basketball tournament for free. Just look for the headphones icon on any live game. If you're in your car, it seamlessly integrates with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Get the official NCAA March Madness Live app today. 38.5 seconds to go in the second half of Game 1 here in Providence. It's Purdue with a 73-63 lead over High Point. High Point came out early, and they were right in the game, had the tempo where they wanted it. Purdue kind of settled the game down late in the first half, had a 10-point lead at the break. High Point, though, stormed back, got within 4 here in the second half, but ultimately Purdue, out of the Big Ten, clamping down and pushing the lead back to double figures.
And you can tell as a point of emphasis for this Purdue team, understanding like we came from the most physical league, us in the SEC in college basketball. 19 offensive rebounds, 20 second chance points, 38 points in the paint is proof of that. Just be bigger, stronger, more physical, lean into it, they have.
Lawyer inbounding, gets it in the corner, trap, then gets it back, gives it up, and a foul committed. With 34.3 seconds to go, Purdue a 10-point lead, and it'll be 2 free throws here for the Boilermakers.
For this Purdue team, as Lawyer goes to the free throw line, only 6 points in this contest, 1 of 4 from the field. 4 of his points coming from the free throw line. He's going to have to be their third weapon. Today it was Cam Heide. But for this team to be at their best, he has to be a reliable shot maker and their third option if Purdue wants to stay in this thing for a long time.
Free throw good by Fletcher Lawyer, who was 51% from 3 in March the last 2 seasons. We'll download the brand new Westwood One Sports app. Catch every minute of the men's and women's NCAA tournament anytime, anywhere. Don't be left out. Get the Westwood One Sports app today. Kaufman-Renn takes a seat, 21 points for the first team all Big Ten players, second in the league in scoring and leading the team today. As Lawyer gets the second to roll in. 12-point Purdue lead. 34 seconds to go in the game. Pettiford, front court for High Point. Hands it off Williams. Driving right in all over the rim. A layup pops out, no good. Purdue comes up with it. High Point trapping. Purdue breaks pressure. They're not going to foul. Smith will give it up. Inside, Lawyer, outside Smith. The Boilermaker fans rising in Providence as the final seconds tick away. Heidi's got it right under the rim. He will not attempt a shot. And the number 4 seed in the Midwest, Purdue, survives and advances. A 75-63 lead over High Point.
It's an incredible performance from this Purdue team in the second half to respond to a punch from this High Point team that started to speed up tempo, started to make some shots. Everyone in the building starts thinking, is this our massive upset to kickstart this tournament? But Braden Smith got the basketball back in his hands. So let's reestablish our big Kaufman-Renn. Let's get him some touches. Let us assert his dominance down low. that he starts touching paint as a driving kick guy, scoring the ball, Braden knocking down those threes. But this game was won in the paint. It was won on the backboard, it was won in the paint, and it was won with defense. And those are staples to Purdue's success.
Trey Kaufman-Renn, who averages 20.2 a game, had 21 on 10 of 16 shooting, 8 rebounds in the game. Cam Heide had 10 rebounds, 8 for Harris, as Purdue dominated the glass 45-24. High Point, the number 13 seed, the champions of the Big South, come over and are waving to their faithful who have shown up from High Point, North Carolina. An enrollment of 6,200, making their first NCAA appearance. Alan Huss, their head coach in his second year, gets them to the tournament. But it is Purdue that is moving on. And we're going to be joined by Trey Kaufman-Renn, the star for the Boilermakers. Purdue a 75-63 lead and win. Trey, congratulations on the win. Thank you so much for coming over here. What was the key to turning the game around about midway through the first half? You guys seem to have control after that point.
Just getting stops. We had 4 kills going to the half, and then we didn't have many after that. And so whenever we can play good defense, just sets our offense up.
Trey, there was a moment there where you had those 2 fouls in that first half, and you're sitting on the sidelines, not for too long in the game, but when you get back into it, it seemed like it was clear, let's reassert our star down low. Where is your group thinking, let's get our guy the basketball as much as possible and see if they can stop him, which clearly they could not.
Yeah, for me, it's just take them open looks. Braden does a good job of reading the drop coverage, and I just try to, find my way open for him to get me a good pass. So he did a tremendous job tonight.
Oh, Trey, what is it going to take for this team to make a long run? What do you learn here from this game today?
We got to defend. We did a tremendous job rebounding. They're, I think, the best rebounding team in their league. And so we got to have that effort on the glass. I believe Cam, again, I haven't seen a stat sheet, but he had a great game rebounding again. Just
10
giving
of
us, 10 rebounds.
Double.
So, we got to have that effort every single game if we want to continue playing.
Trey Kaufman-Renn, congratulations. Good luck in the rest of the way here. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Trey.
Purdue with the win, 75-63. When we return, we'll have more of the All-State post-game report. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Old Spice Swagger Body Wash will make you the MVP of freshness and confidence. With its irresistible scent, it will transform your shower experience, leaving you feeling fresh on and off the field. Pair it with Old Spice Swagger Deodorant, the #1 aluminum-free brand that keeps you feeling like a